First month update. It's Frances Ryser with LuLaRoe Frances Ryser, and I am checking in with you for my first month update. My first month. Am I cross-eyed? I can't cross my eyes very well, but am I cross-eyed? Because I feel cross-eyed. It's December. I just finished all of November, and I feel like I was flying by the seat of my pants. Is that the right phrase? My first month's sales. Well, I use Shop the Row as my platform for keeping track of my inventory and my sales for my first month. Okay, so my first month sales were $7,160 and oh, why is that it's supposed to be 60 cents. 60 cents. That's 10. And 229 items sold. So to cruise qualify, I would have had to sell $5,000 more worth of clothing. Could I have done it? Not online, no. In person, yes, definitely. But seeing that all of my events were online and I only had one like in-person event, which was like a spur of the moment open house after Thanksgiving, I think I did fairly well. I'm happy with those numbers for my first month. So I'm doing something right. And I did all online, all on Facebook. I tried to do 2 Periscope sales, but I sold 2 things. So like, I don't even really feel like that really counts. I'm still figuring out Periscope. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent on there because I'd love to sell on Periscope. I think it'd be really fun. But everything was through Facebook. I either did my weekly album sale, which was only once a week, and I did that for 2 weeks, and then I tried to add something new every single week. So like, I felt like, okay, I did 1 week with a party and I feel good about that, so I'm gonna add something else. So I added like, I think it was between the 2nd and 3rd week, I added my first multi-consultant sale, meaning it was like a large group. And then that was like between 2nd and 3rd, and then 3rd and 4th, I started adding a second sale during the week. And then I went crazy my last week of my month, my first month. I did 5 days of sales because it was Black Friday weekend. So I did Thursday night, which is Thanksgiving night, a sale. Friday, Black Friday, a crazy Black Friday sale. Saturday was Small Biz Saturday, so I did a sale that day too. Sunday, I did a really quick holiday open house at my house. And then Monday, I did a Cyber Monday sale. So that was just like last weekend. That was like crazy. It was crazy. In a good way, but I definitely lost a lot of sleep and put in a lot of hours. But I think that it shows in my numbers because I'm really proud of it. And it says profit was $3,600, so just under $3,700, and that's accounting for like the cost of like the wholesale. So profit with some of my business expenses in there. Not bad. So if I were trying to pay back my investment, now granted I am not trying to pay back my investment yet. I actually put everything right back into the business right now. As far as like shipping goes and building my inventory, I started out with like, I think 347 pieces to start, and my inventory has grown to almost 600 in a month. So that's almost doubling my inventory. I put in a lot of money back in. And I should also note that even though the initial inventory package is like $5,000, I had gone back in and purchased a whole bunch of leggings, and I also set aside a little bit more of my loan money to purchase things like holiday leggings and this elegant collection. So it definitely helps to have some extra cash available to help grow your inventory, because obviously the more inventory you have, the more you're gonna sell. And I think we're doing fairly well. I always like seeing the money pop into my bank account. That's always a nice thing. And I've been setting aside stuff for taxes. So like, I feel like we're hanging on. I'm not paying myself back yet though. I haven't really done that yet. I don't plan on doing that until after 6 months. So hopefully we'll see where that 6 month mark brings us. And I'll try to do more updates to come. I'm sorry I haven't been on here as much, but like I said, this last month was nuts. And I've been spending a lot of time just like laying down the groundwork for this business. So even though I do a lot more than I think the average consultant does. So if you see, like if you're in my group, my VIP group, where you see some of the things I do on Periscope or Instagram or even on YouTube, I do a lot more, I think, than the average consultant. It is not required for you to do what I do. I just want to tell you that. If you're doing your research and you're still thinking about signing up, it is totally possible to make money and not do the things that I do. I have some circumstances that don't allow me to do like a lot of in-home pop-ups and in-person things, which I think is where the real money is. In fact, I know that. So in the new year, I'm going to switch my focus and focus more on that. But right now, I wanted to see if it was viable and possible to make some good money just online. And even though I work my butt off, my husband knows, my kids know, I have to make it work for me because I have 2 kids. I have 2 very young children, and I want to be able to work from home. And like right now I'm working, but they're sleeping, and I'm working at my desk, but I'm at home. So to me, that is like priceless, and that is like the meat of it. That's my goal, is to be able to work from home and give and provide for my family. Sure, my husband helps me a lot with the business too. In fact, like I would advise anyone thinking about doing it alone. It's not impossible. You can see people like Lindsay Wheeler. She did it with 2 kids, and she did it by herself. Her husband was deployed, so she had to do it by herself. It's hard though. It's a lot of work. If you're thinking it's like a get-rich-quick scheme, no, it's a real job. And if you treat it like a real job, then yes, the fruits of your labor will show. I definitely believe it. And but I also think that you could treat it as a part-time job if you wanted to. It's just, it would take longer to pay yourself back. So if you're okay with that, then by all means do it, because it's an amazing opportunity. And if you're in with the right people and you have the right examples to follow, you can absolutely do this. It's amazing, and it surprised me every step of the way. And sure, it's a lot of work, and sure, I've cried a couple times because I was tired and felt alone and wasn't sure if I was doing something right, and there's lots of ups and downs. But you know what, that's kind of the lessons that you learn by becoming a business owner, and you kind of have to ride those waves. But I can only see that it can just get better from here on out, because I'm just starting, and I killed it my first month. I feel like I did. And yeah, I am really proud of myself. So as far as like some hours, like someone asked me how many hours I spend. Well, what I usually do is I try to do some things here and there during the day, like whether it's like an Instagram post or hop on Periscope to kind of build my Periscope following, or my Facebook group. I do those things throughout the day, like here and there when I can, like if the baby's napping or my son's watching TV. But then when the kids go to bed, that's when like the real work starts. That's when we start taking pictures. I write a lot of my copy for Facebook and like my blog that I'm working on, like that stuff. Again, not required, but it's just something that I want to do. And I would say that the minimum for like online, you would have to, like, I would work after my kids went to bed and until midnight, and sometimes if I couldn't sleep, I would stay up till 1 or 2. And so anywhere between 5 to 6 hours to like 7 or 8 hours a day. And then like 4, 5, 6 days a week. So it really depends on what you put into it. And there's definitely weeks that I noticed a change when I didn't spend as much time like thinking things through and really promoting, that it reflected in my sales. Like, for example, my second week versus my first week. And sure, my launch party, I'm sure lots of people wanted to support me, but I kind of like because it was my first week, I kind of like took it easy my second week, and my sales definitely reflected that. So I would say the minimum you would have to do to really make this a viable income would be 20 hours a week. Yeah, 20 hours a week minimum. Now that's online. Let me just say that. If you were doing in-person pop-ups, like let's say you did like an hour and a half at someone's house, like plus setting up and breaking down, which might end up being 3 to 4 hours, you would sell a lot more at that in-person pop-up than online, like 4 hours of work for something online. So that's why I say I think the proof is in the pudding as far as like in person. I threw together that open house and every single person walked away with at least one item. And you can't say that when you're doing your like Facebook album sales. Some people don't even shop every week. So people will come to your house. If they're coming over, they're planning on buying. So, and it also helps because it's clothing and you're trying it on and you feel it and you see how comfortable it is and how amazing it makes you feel and look. It's like a no-brainer. You don't even have to sell it. People just try it on. They love it. So I definitely think it's possible, but you might need some help, especially if you're like a single mom or you don't have the circumstances, like the resources to necessarily just like leave home. You'd have to get a sitter. Like, you have to be creative, but there's definitely always a way. So and when I start building my team, which I plan on doing very soon, I think I can do it. That's what I'm going to tell them. It's a real job. I'm going to be absolutely real, absolutely honest with you. This is really how it's going to be. So anyways, that's my update. If you guys have any questions for me, you know how to reach me. You can always comment below. If you like this video, please like the video. If you want to follow me in my journey as a new consultant, not so new now because I'm a month in, please subscribe. All of my links are down below in the description of this video. You can find my Facebook group, my website, my Instagram handle, my Periscope handle, everything that you'd want to know about me and my journey, you can find in the links below. So I hope that you can find me and follow me, and I hope we can talk soon. Take care. Bye.